Hey everybody, movie reviewer next door here, and I'm back with another review. This time I saw Carry On. This is a thriller film direct oh, directed by Jaume Collet Serra. Might have butchered that from 2024. Uh, and it stars Taron Egerton, Sophia Carson, Danielle Deadweiler, Theo Rossi, Logan Marshall Green, Dean Norris, uh, Josh Brenner, and Jason Bateman. In this film, an airport security officer races to outsmart a mysterious traveler, forcing him to let a dangerous item slip onto a Christmas Eve flight. So, what did I think of Carry On? Well, even though this film is not that original in terms of thrillers, it does a lot of the same things that Jaume is known for. I still thought it was fucking fantastic. I had so much fun with this one. Like, Jaume, Jaume, like, I'll talk about his filmography because not everybody might. He's not like a household name, but he's one of those guys where I'm like, if he's doing a thriller, I know it's gonna be good. It's gonna at least be good. And I'm kind of tied between this and Unknown with Liam Neeson for his best thriller. But let me get to the cast. Taron Egerton plays Ethan Kopech. He is an airport security officer. He's trying to rise up in the ranks. He's been kind of going through life just on autopilot a little bit. He wants to be a cop, that whole thing. Um, I like Taron Egerton as an actor. I really like him in Kingsman: The Secret Service. I thought he was fine, but not as good in Kingsman: The Golden Circle. I enjoyed Sing. Not a lot of people seemed to, but I enjoyed Sing. Uh, but I do like him as an actor. I do think he's a genuinely pretty good actor. And I think he does well with the tension. I think he does a great job going between distressed and uh anxious. Like he's very good at the emotional part of it, and I think his acting really carries this movie. Sophia Carson plays Nora Parisi. She is Ethan's girlfriend, I guess. Um, she's either girlfriend or wife. I'm pretty sure it's girlfriend here or fiance. She's working as a higher up at this airport. Um, I didn't mind her. I think she's fine in the film. She takes a bit to get better though. I've never seen her before. Apparently, she was in the Disney Descendants series, and she was in the My Little Pony New Generation movie, which I had no reason to watch because I don't like My Little Pony. But she's fine here. Nothing special, but she's fine. Danielle Deadweiler plays Elena Cole. She's a an FBI agent that's investigate or no, she's a she's a detective investigating this like nerve agent thing. Um, she's she's there. She's apparently been nominated for. Oh wait. Oh, she was in that Emmett Till movie that came out a couple years ago. I didn't watch that. Um, I kind of stay away from race politics movies, but yeah. Yeah, I had Whoopi Goldberg's in it. Oh Lord. But yeah, I've seen her face around. I've not really seen anything with her in it. She was in The Harder They Fall. She's in I Saw the TV Glow, The Woman in the Yard. She's nominated for a SAG award. She didn't win it, but she was nominated. I did notice that. But yeah, she's okay. She's okay. Her and Sophia Carson, they're just okay. Um, Danielle's big issue is that she's like very bug-eyed a lot of the time, and it kind of got distracting to me. Theo Rossi plays Watcher. He's basically a sniper that's got everybody pinned down in this building. Um, or is basically trained on uh Ethan's girlfriend. Theo Rossi is an actor. He's been in Sons of Anarchy mainly. People would know him from. Uh, he was in Army of the Dead, The Penguin, Cloverfield, When the Bow Breaks. He's been in a lot. He's really good actor. He doesn't say a lot in this, but I think he works for the role he's supposed to be in. Logan Marshall Green plays Agent Alcott, uh, who's called in to assist in the case. He's fine. It's nice to see Logan Marshall Green again. I haven't seen him in anything since the what did I last see him in? Oh yeah, Lou. He was in Lou. And he was in Prometheus. I forgot about that. Dean Norris plays Phil Sarkowski. He's the security leader, I guess. Always nice to see uh, Dean Norris. Josh Brenner plays Herschel, who is Elena's like tech guy. I wanted to mention him specifically because I thought it was a random actor, and I was like, oh wait, I actually know this guy. He was the nerdy friend in The Internship, which is a comedy with it's a comedy with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, which I haven't seen in a while, so I'd have to rewatch it to see if I still like it, but I remembered him being funny in it. Uh he was also in the Belko Experiment, and he was in the Sniper films. He was in Sniper Rogue Mission, which is the eighth one, I think. No, no, that was the ninth one. Sniper Rogue Mission's the ninth one. Sniper Grit, which was the 10th one, and now we have the 11th one. Um, I thought he did a fine job in here. And Jason Bateman, who is our main villain, Traveler. And I think Jason Bateman does a great job as the villain in this. He's definitely menacing. It's really nice to see him get into some really nice, meaty villain roles or anti hero roles like he did in Ozark. And yeah, found him a genuine threat. Now, I don't want to go into spoilers for this one, specifically because I love Jaume's movies so much and I want more people to watch his films. I mean, I do have one main thing I'm not a fan of him for. A lot. So apparently, he's directing the Cliffhanger remake or sequel. And apparently, it's going to have Lily James and Pierce Brosnan. Um, which is interesting. I thought it was going to be yeah. Um, but yeah, it's a reboot. Uh, apparently it's been at like some film festivals, so whatever. We'll see it when it comes out. But of his films, I really liked Nonstop. I really liked The Commuter. I thought that had some really cool stuff to it. Unknown, I love. Genuinely like fantastic thriller. Um, even if Jones, I'm not huge on her acting in it, I still love the film. Uh, The Shallows, I think I might have seen that. I remembered, I think I remembered enjoying it. The movie of his that I'm back and forth on is Orphan. The one of, well, I'm not going to spoil anything. A lot of his movies have very big spoilers, or very big twists in them. And Orphan is known for its twists, so I will not talk about it. But other than the twist, I don't really think the movie is that great. It gives massive like fucked with in post production to like add sounds to make things scarier, or it feels like it was supposed to be a psychological horror film or a psychological thriller, and then it was edited into a horror movie. And you have some really stupid decisions by some characters, especially Peter Sarsgaard and Margot Martindale's characters are really fucking retarded in this movie. But other than that, I love Jaume. I think he's a great thriller director up there with Joseph Rubin, who did The Stepfather, Sleeping with the Enemy, The Good Son, Money Train. Definitely a fantastic thriller director up there with uh, Alfred Hitchcock, all these people that make really good thrillers. And here's the thing, this film is 2 hours long. And there were times where I was like, wait, that seems like where it's supposed to end. That happened for me with this film, but never to the point where I was like, this is getting boring. This film never bored me. And thrillers, if you don't have a thriller that is consistently paced or that has something happening constantly, it can turn into that where the thriller becomes boring. And I think this does the opposite. Excuse me. Where this film is genuinely really intriguing in what it's doing with its plot, where it kind of goes to this and then this and then this. It's a very layered thriller, I'd say. And one thing that to compare it to the last movie I saw on the line with Mel Gibson, other than Mel Gibson, most of the characters didn't have much of character to them. Even Dylan, who I still thought William Moseley did a great job. But in this film, it's different. You get to know a decent amount about most of the main players in the film. You get to know enough to care about them and not want them to die. Um, so uh, yeah. Um, sorry, I kind of had just bleh. The direction in the film, again, Jaume is a very visual director. I really like what he does with it. Um, Very nice. Like, even though most of it takes place inside this airport, which had to be hard to shoot because there's tons of extras in this. Like, I actually want to look up the budget of this, see if that's public, because this is a Netflix movie, and I know there have been Netflix movies that have gone up to like, what the hell? Let me see what that was. I've seen Netflix movies that have gone up to like 200 million in budget. So let me see if there is a budget listed. 47 million. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. There's tons of extras in pretty much every shot, and that had to have been hard to film. Uh, but yeah, definitely props to that, like filming and all those extras, having to deal with all that. Um, oh my God, I'm trying to get to my things that I've written down. Um, um, the the tension again. This film has some very nice tension. It's built up very well, and I think until the conclusion, the tension is very well. Again, I suck at this. The tension is well built up and it's kept up until the ending, and I love when thrillers do that. I love when thrillers constantly have you on the edge of your seat, and this one does that. And again, even though it's 2 hours, which most thrillers tend to keep it an hour and a half because pacing is hard for a lot of people. Um, Again, the performances, especially of Taron Egerton and Jason Bateman, great, great jobs from both of them. Um, I thought the film's ending was pretty satisfying. Uh, oh yeah, this film isn't really an action film. I wouldn't say it is more of a it kind of goes from like a man on the phone thriller to a chase thriller, and then it kind of turns into a plane movie. Like the climax happens on board this plane, which is interesting, and it kind of reminded me of Passenger 57 with Wesley Snipes, which definitely check that one out. Bruce Payne is a fantastic bad guy in that. Uh, Also Elizabeth Hurley was in that as one of the henchmen, which I thought was interesting. Uh, but yeah, I think the film again, the three act structure works really well here. And even though like there were multiple times where I was like, is this the main twist? Is this the main twist? Like Halme knows how to keep the twists coming and have them make sense. Um, but yeah, uh, and again, the twists in the film are genuinely well done. I do think Haume's outdone himself this time. Again, I don't know if I like this more or Unknown. I'd have to watch Unknown again. It's been a long time. It's been like maybe 2 years since I've seen that. And when I saw it for the first time, my jaw was on the fucking floor. Like the twist near the end of that is pretty like crazy. But yeah, not much really I have left to say about it. Nothing I can really slag off about it. I had a fuck ton of fun with this, and it's always nice to see a really good Netflix film, uh, really good Netflix original, genuinely well done. Could it have benefited even more from being rated R? Maybe, and it does at times feel like this film was shot as a rated R film, and then they cut some of the violence because there's a bit with a character stabbing another character and it cuts away really quick. And then we cut back to him and we see blood on his hands. And I'm like, that makes me think it was cut. Like like in Half Past Dead, the Steven Seagal movie, whenever somebody gets shot in certain scenes, like whenever somebody's getting executed, it cuts away from the gun pretty much every time. It kind of feels like that, and where the rap songs on the soundtrack are censored, like in the movie because the movie's PG-13. Like it does kind of feel like that at times, but never to the point where it messed with my enjoyment of the film. Oh yeah, also the action isn't a big part, but there's a really cool bit that kind of reminded me of that bit in The Commuter where they have the camera going in and out of the windows during this kind of oneer. It's shot to look like a oneer and edited to look like it. Uh, this fight between two characters, I'm not gonna say who what characters because that would be a spoiler. But genuinely really cool filmmaking. Jaume knows what he's doing when it comes to that. But yeah, not much else I can say about it. That was my review of Carry On. If you've seen the film, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. If you have any recommendations, put them down there as well. And movie review next door.